And they want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that.
All right. Oh, it was almost. I'm just gonna say that.
On the running game, this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing.
Stop! Winning! I can't play.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they
pause the game so I can disconnect.
Of a first down.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
Then pause the game so I can disconnect.
You're just gonna keep messing it up. Why did you even?
I'm literally on this.
Why did you even get that? Oh, freaking annoying.
I'm talking about the broadcast.
God. Why did you log out if you're gonna get back in?
So I can play. Wasn't working.
Finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So on 4th down, a big time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Mohamed Sanu there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
That was in.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds?
Please be it.
They're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Jesus.
So they called it a touchdown.
What the heck? Watch his feet. Look, he caught that in bounds.
The ball was the thing.
Yes, it was. That was right in there. He should have caught that in.
Stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Oh, okay. They said it was.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run.
Show me, move!
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to stop short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Brandon Wilson to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 35 on second down, Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side.
Dang it, Chase. That's why I didn't want to get on Chase.
On the play, and they'll be faced with a third and
Oh my
inches.
Jesus. We gotta watch 87.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard
He
line.
got the first.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be
Let me
broken.
tell you why, guys. When I kicked the ball, I kicked it short.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I'd have to say that's a
I
pretty
need a
darn
pick.
good run right there. They had 8 in the box.
Why
Still
all
able
the
to
time
burn
the
them.
box
They got
just
considered
be
themselves
running?
lucky. They only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Burrow going to give this to
Oh
Mixon.
my God.
Oh, and now some space to operate.
Oh, Jesus. Wait. Let me do something. Oh, wait, no, I have to wait until...
Cincinnati score.
No, shut up.
It's for Joe Mixon.
Okay. I gotta play. Yes.
Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover.
Okay. Jesus. Bro got picked up off of his feet. Oh, no. You must be crazy. Loco. No.
The former
Okay,
second-round pick,
okay.
this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about
Second-round
4.
pick.
Second down coming up. 2nd and 6.
I know he's probably...
Here's a give to Mixon.
What
And he'll
a-
be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Later.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability
Don't
to
touch
sit
me.
through traffic and
Do you
make
wanna play?
plays
No.
was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Mixon. Mixon hit, and
Let's
the
go.
ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run the toss here with Sermon. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Charlie Warner there to make the grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they... get that bad taste out of their mouth here. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. He'll be stopped at the 35. But not before he picks up 7 yards. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 6-0 our score after 1. Back back to Mixon on second down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzoma. But I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pass rusher extraordinaire. D-Ford that time, getting the sack.
Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this. Oh my lord. Joe Burrow. Boy. Look, watch this. Jesus Lord sweeps him from off his feet. Oh my lord. Hopefully he's not injured.
Start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they work this out past the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his big tight end here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Able to find Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26.
Catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, When he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's Richie James on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Now James returning. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play in football.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now it's Wilson. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to Mixon on second down. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Wait.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 62 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Our team so we don't cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
He came from the mud.
Deebo Samuel, 43 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Every time I kept doing those things.
They'll try and run it here.
Okay, that's
And
it.
they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
My knee
He's going to be stopped short.
My knee got in. My knee got in. My knee and the ball got in. I want to show y'all that my knee and the ball got in. If I went to the outside still, it wouldn't be no difference. They would have just... Hold up. Look. I didn't touch the ground. Look. Look. My knee is in. My knee and the ball is in. I know what they're talking about. Now I'm just going to run this in full speed, bro. Now watch. Full speed. Wait. Let me show you a smart play. If I went to this side in that hole right there, y'all see that wide open hole where number 44 left? When number 44 was on number 37, I should have went right there because that was a wide open hole. But still, he was on him. Look at number 44, all the way in the back.
The goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Burrow will throw. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I don't know about you. But I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on first down. Nixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Nixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's James. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there for the Niners. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Listen, when you've got a guy with 3 touchdown catches back pocket already, you can guarantee they're going to keep looking for him, and you can also guarantee he's going to keep asking for the ball.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away. Here in the fourth quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at. To see if it...
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This is taken way up at the 25. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jason Verrett. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think
that'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Great. Ayuk there to make the grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
And he loses the football the second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 7 down.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 7 down.
I'm gonna get out of this podcast. I'm just gonna alright. Bye. This is gonna be the end of the podcast. See you next time. Peace out, trash.